Okay, we have not done a pick six in a while.
True that, my comrade.
So it is time for a pick six.
I believe so.
Well, let's get started.
Pick 'em.
So for our pick six, we had to pick a game that we liked.
We do. We like this game. Really, it is just us.
Yeah, I keep saying we because I don't think the rest of the studio has this appreciation for this game.
I know factually that they do not.
Yes, it is. It is Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Yes.
And do you love this game?
I love this game so much.
Is it broken?
Yeah, absolutely. It's broken.
Yes, it is broken and beautiful.
100%. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, you walk away with a good story.
It's still great. Now, we're going to go to 6 games that are similar to this in, again, theme, mechanics, something that has similarities, not an exact copy.
Right. So we're going to try to nail down, like, if you like Betrayal at House on the Hill because of this, whether it be a theme or a feeling or a mechanism, something the game does, this is a game that does it similar that you might want to check out. So it's not going to be a copy-paste. This game's exactly the same, but trying to help you kind of hone in on why you like Betrayal at House on the Hill and what you might also like that can be a new experience but give you that same feeling.
Exactly. And we're not going to talk about really, well, apparently we are now, but like the Baldur's Gate, Scooby-Doo.
Right. There's the witch on the hill, the witch one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
Right. And then also a Legacy as well.
Legacy one, yeah.
These are all variants of Betrayal at House on the Hill. I really like them, actually, even better than the 3rd edition of Betrayal at House on the Hill. Some of them, I think the Scooby-Doo one is fantastic.
Really good.
But that, again, is a copy-paste. It's another variant or version of it, and we're not going to go into those. Definitely check them out, though.
Yes. So now the first thing we're going to do is get started.
I like it. All right, the first game I want to mention here is going to be Nemesis.
Yes.
Yes, this one is such a natural progression to me from Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's going to have that horror theme as well, but it's set in space. You're trying to get off and survive a spaceship. If you like Betrayal because of that theme, because of that kind of spooky, supernatural feel, this is going to have that as well. If you like it for the hidden traitor mechanism, this one might have it because every player has an objective.
Right.
And it might be, you just want to get off the ship. It might be you want to be the only one that gets off the ship. It might be you don't want to get off the ship. You don't know. So everyone is playing as if they're trying to get off the ship, but there's a really good tension because you don't know what secret role they were dealt. So it might be a completely cooperative experience, or there might be that one that on the way out the door is just going to shut the pod door and be like, bye, and just let you explode with the ship.
So, and those are the moments that make it fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun because you thought you were working together so well, up until that moment.
Right.
Or otherwise, that moment where you realize there was no hidden traitor, you're like, we all made it. Oh, yay, we all won. Either way, it's always such a great ending. This is going to be a little bit of step up in complexity, maybe be a little intimidating to get into if you're coming from Betrayal at House on the Hill and that's really about it. But I think if you're able to play that well in your group, you're going to have no problem jumping into Nemesis, and it's well worth the experience.
Agreed. Okay, so my next game is a smaller box game. It does not have the exploration element that Betrayal has, which I do love. It has more the ending where you have that kind of cat and mouse. It also has a spooky feel. This is a game called Not Alone. Not Alone is pretty much, the cover on this intrigued me. This is on my shelf of shame for a while. And it's a very asymmetric game where the creatures being played against different stranded explorers. And the people are going to play their cards face down, and the creatures are going to jump around and try to hit these locations and try to catch the people, the explorers that are there. So every time the creature is going to jump, and if you are there by yourself, you get to do the activity or the whatever happens at that certain location. But the whole thing is, when you play your location, it's out of your hand. You have to go to the refresh location, and the creature knows this. So is he going to go there now and give you the chance to go here as your deck dwindles and dwindles? There's that tension in here that is in Betrayal. This is kind of an off the beaten path choice for Betrayal for like a similarity, but I like the tension in this. This gives me the same feel that the last maybe third of Betrayal gives me.
Oh, nice. Okay, is this one competitive or cooperative?
It is one versus all.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
yeah. So it does kind of fit into the end after the haunt. Spoiler alert, that happens in Betrayal. This is a smaller game. I think it's an older game, but it's called Not Alone. But I'm alone here of people that have played this game.
That's true.
Sad.
All right, well, Joey, my next pick is a 1 versus all as well. That means one player is playing against everyone else at the table. So you have one who are playing the heroes here, I guess, and the one who is playing as different sins, one of the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the others. I compare it to Betrayal at House on the Hill because it is objective based. In this one, though, you have that objective from the beginning. And while it's not a traitor mechanism, it is that one versus everyone else, which pretty much feels exactly the same. You just know from the beginning what side you're playing on.
Yeah.
I really like it because of that objective base. You know what to do. You're going out and you're trying to kill everyone that's infected and kind of ward off the sin that's trying to complete his own objectives, as well as just kind of keep your board clean. And so I really like that part of it. I like the character stats as well. In Betrayal at House on the Hill, you each feel a little bit different with your starting stats. I think the others really plays into that and steps it up a notch as well, to where you do feel even more asymmetrical amongst the different players.
And the minis on this are just gorgeous.
They're a lot of fun. If you like that horror, nasty kind of look,
yes.
This is right there. Like I said, the sins, it's with the 7 deadly sins, and it really plays into that.
I agree. This is one of my more recent plays. I didn't play it when it first came out, but I played it since then, and I like it a lot.
Right. This price point is going to be a lot higher than Betrayal, so that is where it's kind of stepping up, as you're definitely getting into more of a hobby game with this choice. But man, it pays off. It's really good.
It does.
So that's my next choice, is the others.
Good pick. Okay, this next game I have been shamed for liking. I have been an advocate for this, and I don't think you've played it, but next time at the house you are going to play
I'll shame you
this.
anyway.
This is Escape the Dark Castle.
I've not played that one.
No. Now this is the whole thing is, it is again an exploration based where you're exploring, you're grabbing a card, you're flipping it over, and you're exploring through a different, a castle in this, which is very similar to the haunted house. And you're going to read what happens. And the person that flips a card really matters, because the person that reads it, if the card says you attack the party, it's whatever. But if it attacks you, you're the person that gets that attack. So it's all comes down to the dice you roll that can be mitigated with items you pick up along the way. And there's a deck you just have to get through and survive. And you either fight or fill challenges. Some cards are good. Most of them are not. And the artwork in this is very fun, very grotesque. I think it has a really cool feel. Now, there's a new version of this, The Last of Us, which is based, of course, I think on the series or video game and all that. I've not played that. It's very similar to this Escape the Dark Castle. There's also Escape the Dark Sector, but that gives me that exploration feel that I love in Betrayal, and it does it in a deck of cards. And again, this is a smaller footprint.
It also sounds like it kind of has that chaotic energy of Betrayal at House on the Hill as well.
Yeah, and this also probably doesn't have the most player agency, because it does come down to die rolls. They are mitigated some, but again, it is a lot of luck. But this is an end of the night game that we play at our house that's like, hey, nobody wants to leave. Let's get some cards out. Let's run through Escape the Dark Castle.
I like this. I like it. It's like Betrayal if you only got a couple minutes, like the short run.
Exactly.
I like it.
So try it out. Escape the Dark Castle. You'd like it. I know you would.
All right, the last pick I want to bring up here is going to be Forgotten Waters. So if you like Betrayal at House on the Hill for the story elements, I think this is really kind of the next step in that one. This is definitely more story-driven. It has the exploration. You are all pirates on a ship together trying to complete some objective. And as you go through and unlock the story, you're going to meet different people. You're going to get different items. What I really like, while there's no traitor, you are all pirates, which means you're always going to do what's best for you. So there's certain things on this ship that have to be done. I mean, somebody has to man it. Somebody has to feed everybody else on ship. These tasks, somebody has to do, but no one wants to. No one wants to steer the ship. You know, I'd rather get off the ship and go visit a market or something. Yeah, exactly. Visit a market, get different items, or maybe go bury my treasure or something like that. So at the beginning of each round, there's this moment where you have 40 seconds to go in ranking order, depending on your notorious reputation, and choose which action you're going to do that round. So you want to be kind of more notorious. That way you can go first and, stick the lower pirates with the boring tasks. And so that it's not a traitor mechanism, but it kind of feels like that, because you're always going to do what's in your best interest. And the story is fantastic. That unlocks. There's a lot of great funny moments that come. So it very much reminds me of Betrayal at House on the Hill. Doesn't have the horror or anything like that. But if you like it for those over the top, just funny interactions and moments, those stories that you walk away from, I think Forgotten Waters is going to bring that very same experience.
I agree. I've not played this. I've heard good things. This is on my list to try.
Yeah, it is. It is very fun. Almost always guaranteed a great night.
Good.
So that is going to be Forgotten Waters.
Okay, so this next game is a slow burn, and you have played this one. This is one I played the first time. I thought this is very gimmicky, and then when I went to get rid of it, I played it again and again and again because it has that exploration phase, which I love about Betrayal. It also has that very dark, that spooky, thematic feel. This is the Night Cage.
Ooh, good choice.
The Night Cage, again, you're going to explore different labyrinths, and as you explore it, you have a little candle that shows you different, like how you have light that goes forward. But also, it also breaks down and kind of breaks apart as you explore. Your whole thing is trying to find the keys to get out of this labyrinth and to not get too separated from the other people in your party. And there are also monsters in there. But this game, man, this game has got so much just theme, you know?
It has theme with a very minimalistic look.
Yes.
And not in design. I think the design space is quite large, but you look at the tiles and you're like, they're black and white tunnels. And so it doesn't one that visually you think is going to bring that experience and that theme, but it absolutely delivers.
It does. And you can also lose because those keys can even start to disappear as the lights go out. Mm-hmm. So all of this, it kind of gives you that panic, that excitement that like, I'm going to die here.
Yeah, the angst definitely increases as you go.
Yeah, so this is one that I think I've liked more as the years progress because there are great times to play this, you know, during Halloween, after Hurricane. That's a personal thing for me. You know, I've liked.
So I'll pull it out.
But yeah, so anyway, that is the Night Cage.
So there you have it. Those are our 6 games that we would recommend.
But there's a bonus one that we did not include. We both thought about.
I did. Are you going to do it?
Yes.
Are you cheating?
Yes.
On record?
Yes, because we have to mention the fact that it was the first one we both thought about, but we did not mention it because it was too obvious. And that is Mansions of Madness 2nd edition.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize we were cheating, but I'm absolutely all for this. This is such a perfect pick. Mansions of Madness fits everything that I feel like anybody could like in Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Right.
You know, the only exception to that is the Traitor. But again, Betrayal at House on the Hill doesn't always necessarily have that.
Exactly. Yep.
So I think it is also a step up from it in the user experience because, well, all the scenarios work, which is fantastic. And it also
Shots fired. Betrayal.
And it also has an app that you have to use that is going to run the story for you and has some little creepy music in the background and kind of doesn't run the monsters for you, but it brings them out and gives a little flavor each time they attack, which is so very thematic. It is. It's really great.
It's really good. So yeah, that's another good one. So anyway, if you guys like Betrayal House on the Hill, which you should because it's a great game.
It is. It's so much fun.
So put down in the comments games that you think are similar in either theme or mechanics, or if you like this game, you might like this one as well. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
So I'm Joey.
I'm Camilla.
And we just talked about Betrayal House on the Hill.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.
All right, that did Big Six intro thing.
Okay. I don't know your intro. I've never seen it.
It's very similar to that.
Yep.
Ready? Just follow my lead. Okay, we have not done a pick 6 in a while.
I was doing a weird smile on purpose. I'm sorry.
It's so weird. Be normal. Put your tongue back in your mouth.
Also, it's a pick 6, so it's supposed to be 6.
Okay, but
So 6 is like if we wanted 6, then we would each do 3. But you had me down for 4.
Because we're
plus
doing,
another. That's a pick 8.
we were doing the other fun one. Nemesis was a fun one. Remember? You said the bonus.
Yeah, that was the bonus. Mansions of Madness, I thought was in your list.
No, I also had a bonus. The bonuses.
No. Okay, no bonus for you.
No bonus?
It's going on my list.
You don't get a bonus. Can we put a bonus? All right.
You can have an honorable mention. Or not? Yes, you can have it. That's a bonus? You think that's a bonus? I think that's like Maine's pick.
Fine. You know what? You don't get Subterra.
Not available. Yet.
But it might be the bloopers.